Welcome to the Sports Hangover. I'm Michael Benatar, joined alongside J-Dog.
Mike, it is good to see you again. You are in LA and
I am.
you were at Game 7 of the World Series, basically, right?
I would say, to me, the way I watched the game was probably one of the most exciting experiences I had. It felt like I was at Game 7. Like that's
And you weren't actually in Toronto
No.
at Game 7. You weren't even at Cosm, so we can't
No.
say you were there. Where were you?
I was at a Kings Devil game at 6:00. It ended, and they let us stay in the stadium. They tried getting us out. They're like, "You guys need to leave your seats." We didn't. We left our seats and got actually better seats to watch the end of the game. And it was great. I've never been so into baseball. It felt like the whole stadium was into baseball. We were having a great time. After 3 periods of hockey, we're not a lot of like actual watching hockey when you're there. You just drink a lot of beer, you hang out.
I don't know. You're betting on the goals
Yeah.
and who's going to score and the clock. You guys are definitely locked into the hockey. But you're at a LA Kings NHL game at Crypto.com, maybe like a mile or two from Dodger Stadium. The Dodgers weren't in LA; they were in Toronto. You're saying once the game ended, I didn't realize this. They let you stay and keep watching the ending on the jumbotron because it did go to extra innings.
A lot of people left, but during the game, it was kind of cool. They would be cutting into the game, and they'd put it on the jumbotron up there, and you'd see like picture in picture. It's like the game and then Dodger game up there. So it was great. They were kind of tuning in. It was just fun. It just felt like it was like we were LA that night. It was like so LA. We were there. The game, they won the World Series. We were in downtown LA. We left. There's fireworks going off. It just felt like we were there downtown when the Kings won in 2013, and that's what it felt like again. It was like, this is great. Like I would have never been out here if I just didn't have this random game on my ticket schedule that I have for the weekend. And
I
here
don't
we
know
are.
who you are, and our listeners are asking the same thing. Because last time we talked about the Dodgers, we talked about how you didn't care about the World Series, didn't care that Ohtani was hitting bombs in your front yard, the whole thing. And now they happen to win Game 7, and you're involved in the celebration, and you're loving it. It's like you start sending videos of downtown LA. It's like, holy shit, did Mike go celebrate? Did he watch a game at home, go celebrate? It was kind of like that. He loved it so much, and it's like Game 7 really brought you into it. It's like the great
Really
World
did.
Series and the Dodgers and LA and you being at the Kings game. It feels like you became a part of the World Series where at the beginning of the World Series, you didn't give a shit.
I didn't care at all. No, not one bit. But it was fun. It just felt like it felt like a memory that I'll remember for a long time because it's like, oh yeah, that's where I was, and I can remember where I was when the Kings won the Stanley Cup as well. Like I was in downtown LA. We were all celebrating, and that's what it felt like that night too. So it was great. It was a fun game to watch. I didn't watch a lot of.
Yeah, did you like the plays? Because I would just say, I'm going to say this is as good as baseball gets. The best baseball game ever actually happened in Game 7 of the World Series for so many reasons. So many moments that were incredible. So many shocking plays at the plate. Massive home runs by guys you wouldn't expect it. So many amazing situations, Mike. Did you enjoy all those moments as they were happening?
Well, once the game ended for the Kings, which they lost to the Devils looked really good. Kings did not. Kings almost looked like they wanted to finish the game fast so they could go watch the game because they were not participating whatsoever.
No, I don't know. That could go either way. They either want to finish fast and go watch, or they're annoyed at all the fans around not paying attention to the game going on the ice.
Well, it was crazy because like during just random plays, like they're skating up the ice, all of a sudden the whole stadium would start cheering for a drive or something for the Dodgers. And it was just like so off. Like you could tell no one was really there for the Kings. It was like everybody's watching the Dodgers on their phone or on the screen. But yeah, it was great. I mean, by the time we started watching, I think it was maybe in the 7th or 8th. And then it went over to 10 or something. So we stayed there from 7 to 10. So
Incredible. The Blue Jays had so many chances. I thought they were going to win it, and they just didn't. The Dodgers are a team of destiny. They had the most unlikely home run in World Series history by Miguel Rojas, down 1 in the 9th. And then the Blue Jays had so many chances, Mike. Every kid dreams. I hope your son James dreams of Game 7 of the World Series. Bases loaded, 2 outs. I'm at bat with a chance to win the game. That happened multiple times for the Blue Jays. We don't even get Game 7 that often, right? It's been like 6 years since we got Game 7 in the World Series. So, like, the amount of incredible moments happened, plus the greatest baseball player ever, Ohtani, who pitched and hit in the game, who kept playing. That's part of the story. The guy Yamamoto, who threw 100 pitches the day before. Mike, in
crazy.
modern baseball, you need 4 days off to rest your arm,
Whoa.
ice your arm before you can do 100 pitches again. He did it the next day, 24 hours later. It's incredible, all the things that happened here. We just talked 5 minutes about baseball. I feel like next year you're going to be locked into the Dodgers from opening day.
Wasn't there a strike now? Now that they won, it's like strike.
Well, yeah,
strike time?
they're bad for baseball. Their payroll is really high. They don't let their players play taxes in LA. They all get their money later on. So, yeah, they're trying to ruin baseball. There's one more year. We're going to have baseball in 2026, and then the lockout could start because the Dodgers are too good.
So what would be your simple fix? Just do a salary cap and everybody, do you return the money? Do you renegotiate contracts? What do you do? Because Otani's like going to get paid $700 million, almost $1 billion.
You can't take those contracts away, to your point, but you can implement a salary cap at a certain time and make sure any contracts from here on out fit into a salary cap so you could start it then. I think the players will never agree to it, and that's why there's going to be a lockout, because the players are 50% of this with the MLB Players Association, and they're not going to say, hey, the Dodgers can't rack up their payroll more. Of course, the players are going to want that because they want to sign with the Dodgers. It is somewhat bad for baseball when the Dodgers have the most money and they get the best players and they win every year. But what I'd also say is the Toronto Blue Jays are the opposite of that. Of course, they had high-powered superstars. They also had homegrown talent. And it went to Game 7, and they had so many chances to win. And if any of those chances just happen, then the Dodgers don't have a super team anymore. They don't have the dynasty. They don't have all these things. And so I almost feel better about the Dodgers' place in the game, even though they won Game 7 in the World Series, because the Blue Jays made it so competitive. It's like, yeah, my team can actually go out and beat the Dodgers too if we play a really good game.
You know who I feel bad for in all this? I feel bad for the LA Angels, a team that LA will never respect or look at. I don't understand how there's still a team in Anaheim for another LA team. Like, just move them. Like, you don't need them. There are too many sports teams. When I moved here to LA, there was no football in LA. And then we got two teams.
Yeah.
We moved.
Great.
We relocated.
Why are you complaining?
I'm not complaining. I'm just saying too many baseball teams. We don't move the Angels out of here. We don't need them.
Now, you were with one of the people you were at the Kings game with was an Angels fan. Did you give this take to Thomas? Did you tell him about it?
I did. And you know what? He was like, yeah, you're right. You're right. We're bad. We're a bad team.
He's okay.
You let Otani just like go, basically. He was there for 6 years, which I didn't realize. Didn't even know about the guy. It almost, when he came to the Dodgers, we were like welcoming him in to like, hey, welcome to LA. Like, come to a Kings game. Come to all these things. They just need to move. Move the Angels out of here. Take the Clippers with you. You guys could just go to a new city together.
The Clippers? What's wrong with the Clippers? They have a scandal. They fit right in LA.
They might get, yeah. I don't.
New arena. The Clippers are staying. The Clippers are staying.
We didn't talk about the gambling thing either. The gambling scandal, because last week you were a little ill, under the weather, so we just took a week off. And a lot happened.
Tell the people. There's just something going around here in the Northeast. The weather's dropping. Mike, it's 5 o'clock. It's dark out.
It's pitch black.
Not a good time in the Northeast. It's pitch black.
I know.
Literally, it's tough.
I feel bad. Don't worry. You'll be out in LA soon. It'll be nice and sunny.
You feel bad. Thank you. The scandal was bad, right? The betting scandal. Yeah. There's a few things going on. There's basketball tanking. There's basketball weird stuff going on with Terry Rozier. And then Chauncey Billups, who, Mike, let me tell you, me and mutual friend used to go to Orlando Magic games and root against the Detroit Pistons powerhouse of a team. Chauncey Billups was on that team, and we made him play poorly in Orlando. We were being belligerent, yelling at that man, and we may have pissed him off to the point where he had to go make money playing poker. So me and mutual friend do feel partly responsible for the Chauncey Billups scandal, but now he's indicted. He was the head coach of the Blazers, which he made so much money in his career. Why is he doing gambling at people's houses? Why is he doing it illegally? Why is he doing it as an NBA head coach? All great questions to ask.
Just a side note, mutual friend yelling at people. He also did that at the Kings game, and a Karen was yelling at Tony, and they were having a scream fest, and Tony left the seat and said, "Fuck you, Karen!" Like, just left the seat.
He dropped an F you, Karen.
It was a scene, and now I have to relocate my seat because they are ticket members that sat in front of us and did not like our conversation, because we were talking like Dodgers. You know, you're catching up. You're like, I haven't seen a mutual friend in a while, and everybody. So we're all like catching up, like talking about hockey and baseball.
Of course.
And they were not happy about that. And Tony, you know, the little mutual friend.
But wait a second, we're loud talkers, Mike, and we've been told at bars that we're loud talkers before. But hey, we host a podcast. That's how we are. I feel like you're allowed to go to a game and talk about whatever you want. Can we blame Karen in this situation?
I would 100% blame Karen. I mean, I wouldn't say that mutual friend didn't put any fuel to the fire there, but yeah, I would agree. We do talk. We even got yelled at Whole Foods. Remember, we were watching
Yeah,
the Miami
right.
Dolphins, and they're like, "You guys need to shut the hell up."
Tua got concussed that night.
Yeah, yeah. I just think it's weird because when I watch sports, I feel like you could talk and still follow the game really well. Like I'm looking at hockey, I know what's going on, and I can still like talk to you about something. But maybe we're loud.
I would tell Karen to relocate herself, and then maybe you can move down a few rows to where she was sitting in your new season tickets.
Well, I'm gonna ask. I'm just gonna be like, look, we had a little encounter. We'll see what happens. I'll keep you updated on the season.
Mutual
ticket
friend is
moving.
moving the section because of a Karen. Oh God,
I
he
have
goes to
15
one game
more
a year.
I have 15 more games to go to, and I can't bring mutual friend if those seats are the same seats. That's
Now, how
the
many
problem.
games are you actually going to go to out of the next 15?
Well, I'm definitely gonna go to at least one in December, one more in November, and then they kind of like are sprinkled throughout until April. So there's a lot, like 2 or 3 each month. I don't know.
I mean, no, you're saying one a month. That sounds great. You're saying 15 in the next 4 months. That sounds
Yeah.
like a lot.
It is a lot. Sometimes there's 2, 3 a month, but they're all on Saturdays. So it's kind of like, if I have
nice.
time or, take a ticket, whatever. Who knows? Maybe you'll be here for one. I think you actually are. December 29th.
Christmas weekend.
I got a game.
Maybe.
Yeah.
The scandal's bad. What is your take on it? Because you've always said on this show, you are on the record as saying there are scandals happening in all these sports that you're watching because betting is legalized and the players are in on it and there's so much illegal stuff going on. You've known this for some time.
Well, I mean, I think you saw the clips of everybody. I mean, it's been 2 weeks since this all happened, but these betting sites know when illegal activity is happening. It was not just like today we found out. It was like ding, ding, ding. We got to call the FBI and the NBA because clearly there was some like the NBA did not bench Rozier or something or tried to bench him and tried to keep it quiet. I just think with everything going on, clearly these were guys just trying to capitalize quickly and it probably stopped after that. But it must be happening. But you hear all these pro gamblers. They're like, yeah, you got to warm up these accounts. You got to look like you're a normal person. You got to lose a lot at first. And then you can go in and
Wait,
win
are you
a
giving
little.
people tips on how to do this?
I'm just, listen, I just also, Road to 10K died for $1,500. So
yeah, we'll get to that.
I would just say we know it's happening. It's hard to stop. I think the problem is it is promoted on every single aspect of every single sport. There is no getting away from it. So I think it's up to the either networks or the leagues to say like, hey, we don't want to have this on the TV, but you can still promote it for commercials or something like that. Like they got to see how they take a step back because it is a point now where it's just inundated with everything. I know some people like it, but it's like, I don't really watch gambling content on ESPN. It's like, you can see the lines, you can see all that. If you're actually gambling, what are you doing, Jeremy? You're sitting on your couch on a Sunday morning with a nice bowl of cereal, looking through DraftKings and be like, KC minus 120, done. Going to beat Buffalo? Sure. Let's see what happens. You don't need to see 2 hours of gambling content.
No,
But
or you seek it out. You go see a Warren Sharp video on Sunday morning. He's got his over ready to go, and you go hit it right away because he does that every Sunday. And I normally hit thanks to Warren Sharp. But you're right. Now, what's fascinating is a lot of people agree with what you're saying, Mike. Is that there's too much gambling content, too many logos, too many sponsored segments, all that stuff. A lot of people are saying that. A lot of people are saying that are not like you. They don't bet. They don't have a betting podcast and talking about their picks. You love the sports bet. It's your main reason you watch sports. Are you advocating for the pullback of sports betting content and sports betting sponsored content on shows?
It wouldn't affect me at all, right? It's only going to affect the networks and the leagues because they're making so much money. It's like, it's basically the gambling FanDuels and DraftKings are the mob, and they're saying like, hey, we'll give you $1 billion to put our ad right here and $1 billion to be the DraftKings portal for all this and ESPN Bet and all this stuff. So to me, guess what we were doing 10 years ago? Gambling on illegal offshore websites because that's not me, hypothetical me. Hypothetical me was doing that. But if you want it, you can find it. Like this weekend, Jeremy, hypothetically, some people couldn't access ESPN and ABC, but they found a way to do it, right? We all found ways to watch
all
it.
found a way. Wow, that was accusatory there. But yeah, we all figured it out, and you can always figure it out. And I think these DraftKings and the FanDuels of the world, they're spending so much on customer acquisition right now, and that's the name of the game for them. It's just like they converted me at the beginning of football season. They want to convert everyone because once you're in, it's hard to get out, and once you're in, you have the infrastructure, you have the deposit in, you're going to keep going, and whether you win or lose the bets is kind of small potatoes to them in the beginning. It's just getting you in the door. And all these segments are on TV, I think, are meant for the mainstream sports fan who is less likely to go do sports betting at this point, even in 2025. But it's maybe they're thinking about it. Maybe they're on the edge, and it's all these segments are going to get them to turn. And so it's going to keep going because the networks, they pay so much in rights fees that they need to recoup this money back, right? And so the leagues have almost set up this system where the players need so much money, the leagues need so much money from the TV partners. One of the best ways for TV partners to recoup that money is from the DraftKings and the sports books out there, because the pharmaceutical sales, the ad sales for cars, those only matter so much. Now the DraftKings aspect is a huge part of all this content. I don't understand, Mike. The part I don't understand about this is the card games at home. Why are these rich people playing these card games at home? That's not my style. When we want to play gambling, we go to Vegas, we go to the casino. We don't do a lot of card games at home. I know you do some poker. You try to steal people's money in poker, but it's like minor stuff. I think you want to outlast them at the table is the way that you steal their money. It's a little different.
Yes, I drink non-alcoholic beers while they're drinking whiskey and soda. I just think those big games, I think it's just for people that like to swing around their dicks with like big money or something. It doesn't seem, because I don't know if you saw that Poker Pro go around. It's like, we all knew this game was fixed. Yeah. Like, people that have never played are winning hands that they shouldn't be winning. And it's crazy the amount that people will go through to like fix games, even though everybody knows it's fixed. It's like x-ray machines and all that stuff and mark cards.
I know.
But yeah, that to me didn't feel as illegal. It's like, run your dumb games. Like, what do I care? Why is this part of the FBI raid? It didn't really make much sense to me. So I'm still
because they're cheating. They're using like x-ray glasses and they're cheating people out of money, and that's like a federal crime. It's a felony.
Yeah, but it just felt so like if I don't know, it just felt like not a crime to me, because it's like, if you're willing to go here and you don't know who these people are, isn't it your fault that you're like giving your money away, basically? Can't you figure this out?
Like, they're stealing the money through technology.
It didn't feel as bad as the sports betting. The sports betting to me is like a fraudulent game, and then back end, and there's just a lot that goes on. When you're just doing it with poker, how many max people are going to be playing poker at once? 10, maybe 8?
Maybe
right?
8 or
like
10, yeah. But you are stealing those people's money. I think the sports aspect of it, the on-the-court aspect, is so relevant to our podcast, to being a sports fan. And that is what you've been sounding the alarm at. And I think you're absolutely right, and more people will do this, is we need to get control of this now before it gets out of control. And I think that's what you're saying, too, with maybe limiting some of the integrations on air. Is like, let's calm down the betting a little bit. It's legal in a lot of places. It's available. Don't put it in our face all the time, and maybe just have some checks and balances for all these leagues to make sure that there are safeties in what we're watching and what we're betting on here.
I guess the problem is, too, because these prediction markets are kind of creeping in. These prediction markets are going to take over DraftKings and FanDuel very quickly, because it's a liquid market. I could have cashed out yesterday. I could have cashed out my losing bet. Even though they were projected to not win the game, I could have still recouped most of my money if I wanted to cash out, because the liquid market, DraftKings, FanDuel, most times do not let you do that once the game is activated. At least not.
Let's talk about yesterday. The road to 10K hit a serious bump in the road. Mike was on
We had some construction.
the Detroit Lions. Money line?
I was on the Lions. I thought it was a safe bet. You were off last week. I was just browsing around. I'm like, what's just an easy bet that we can just get to the next week and talk about? But I need to look at my manifesto more often. I need to know division games. I need to look at these. I need to look at road games. I need to look at what's going on. I didn't believe in J.J. McCarthy. The thing is, we don't know anything about the NFL. Teams will beat other teams that we can't even predict, like the Panthers beating Green Bay. Like,
we don't know anything about J.J. McCarthy. The man has played 2.5 games in the NFL, 1.5 before you made this big bet. You didn't know anything about him, and you know how I feel about variables, unknown variables like Jackson Dart. So I would have said that to you last week on the show. give credit to the Vikings. The soft benching worked. We reported a few weeks ago that they actually didn't have a big knee injury for J.J. McCarthy, and they just wanted to get Wentz in there to get McCarthy a little more acclimated. And it looked like it worked. It looks like he was been practicing for 6 weeks.
Yeah, it kind of did look like he was practicing, but like Wentz's shoulder's like basically falling off, and they still threw him out there. It's like just keep
I don't
going.
think he told them how bad his injury was at that London game that Wentz was at, and he knew McCarthy was coming back soon, so he's like, I'm just going to get through this and then just go retire. That's got to be it for him.
That's the biggest bet I've ever placed
How
and
much?
I've ever lost. It was like $1,458.
That's how much you bet?
That's how much I bet. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh,
and it's
God.
gone. It's gone.
You had a cash out and you could have kept like 1,200
Could have cashed out around 1,200. It was like
in the first quarter
something.
because it was like 7-0 early.
Yeah, I should have cashed out at that point. I should have known. I looked at it. Listen, yesterday
You went
was
to the
a park
park.
day.
Oh, this is what Mike does. Whenever his picks are in peril, whenever something isn't looking right, he takes his kid to the park and he checks out and he thinks it's all going to be okay when he comes home. And sometimes it is, right? Sometimes you get through Survivor and you don't even know how bad it was. And sometimes you come home from the park and you lose $1,400. I just don't know. How do your son and wife react? Because you're not the same the rest of that day.
Can I tell you something? Both games were happening at the same time. Our Survivor pick, the Chargers, looked really bad.
Also
about to go, and I was like, "This is the day, right?" Both teams go out. I'm out of money. I'm out of the Survivor. We're still in Survivor. I got the Chargers left. I don't know if we're going to survive much longer. We don't have many other teams to pick from, but
you're still
yeah. So it was a big day, big loss. I'm taking a break this week. I will be back with the bet next week, and we'll see how it goes.
You don't want to jump on the Cowboys tonight? Start it up again. Last time that worked. You get on the Monday night game and get back on the train.
So you don't think who's playing tonight?
Cowboys, Cardinals. Kyler Murray. Not a soft benching, a real benching in Arizona. Jacoby Brissett is starting for Arizona.
I kind of like Jacoby Brissett how he's playing though.
Oh.
So it kind of pushes me the other way where I'm like, well, maybe I'll take the points. Do I take the points with the Cardinals or do I?
It's hard to beat Dak at home. Dak's
But
been playing well.
Cardinals-
You don't want to say it, but Dak's been playing well.
How about this? I think the game's going to be a lot closer than you think, and Brissett seems to be playing a lot better than Kyler Murray was. He's a taller man who can see over people and can throw the ball.
that helps. Tua's been telling people he can't see his receivers over the O-line, so that's an issue.
We also I didn't get the brag last week. I felt like last week was a great week, and this week we're coming in, I'm losing all my money and all this stuff.
Sorry.
Can I tell you, the model, my AI gambling model, I know we just talked about gambling for an hour not to do it, but I have a free gambling model. I'll send you the new link, the updated model.
And you're going to send it out in the Substack, right?
I'll send it out in the Substack. Week 8, we went 11-2 straight up. Week 9, we have gone 9-4 straight up, pending Monday night. So we're doing okay.
9-4 this week, like yesterday.
9-4 this week.
That's great, Mike. Great job.
Right? It picked a few upsets, not a lot. Obviously, those Lions killed us in the Green Bay game. I think those two were unpredictable. Yeah. But right now, we are at 18-6. No, 20-6. So we're doing great.
Against the spread or straight up?
That's just straight up. Against the spread, we're not doing as well.
Oh.
47%.
So when people get the model, they should bet the money lines because that's kind of what the model is outputting right now. That's how you win with the model. Because if you take the model in your inbox and you go bet on all the lines, we're just trying to be honest here with everyone. Maybe the model's not ready for that.
It's not doing great against the spread, and I think also the lines are moving, injuries are happening. So I'm not updated. It's almost like the model is predicting on Monday, and I don't have all the information. If I predicted this on Saturday night, the model might be even better.
You like an early week pick, though. You love it on a Monday. You like locking it in early, set it and forget it.
Set it, forget it. I love when lines move in my favor, and I've already bet it. I was like, this is great. But yeah, we're having a rough bump right now, but I will say this week, I feel comfortable with it. I like what I'm seeing. It's just looking, I'm excited for this week. I think this week.
All right, we're going to get to this week, and we're going to get to the model this week, and we're going to get to your Survivor pick this week because you're still in it. You deserve to talk about it. Let's do a rapid-fire reactions yesterday. A few bullshitter believes before we get to this week's picks.
Give me that.
First of all, Mike, Indiana Jones was conquered by an unlikely source, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Bullshitter believe the ride is over for Indiana Jones.
The ride is not over. That was just a blip in time. You're allowed to have mistakes like this and moments, and I know he looked like his former self, his shell-shocked face where he does not know what's going on. They started the game off 7-0. They looked good.
Yeah.
I just think Tomlin, this is what he does. He's a guy that comes in and underperforms with bad teams and overperforms with good teams. And I'm just chalking it up to Steelers. They won't even see him in the playoffs anyway, so they'll be totally fine. Indy, still love him.
Some people are saying Daniel Jones was inevitable that this would happen, and it happened on the day after Halloween. He turned into a pumpkin, but we'll see if he can keep it going. Next rapid fire. Mike, I hate to say it, but Caleb Williams happened again. Bullshit or believe, Caleb Williams is taking the Bears to the playoffs.
Jeremy, I think the bigger story is Joe Flacco.
Are you not? Wait, are you pivoting? You pivoting?
No, first of all, I don't like Caleb. I
can't.
I know they're scoring a lot of points. I know what he's doing. Yeah. I just don't think it's real. I cannot believe it. What? How about this? If they make the playoffs, I will apologize again. And remember last time I apologized?
That was bad. That was really bad for you when you apologized. And that team went through a lot of shit when you apologized about them. So don't talk about the Bears that way.
Okay. But don't you think the story's Flacco, though?
What's the story? They lost.
This man is thrown for like 40 points each game. He is 40-something years old. He's breaking records. He looks young. And maybe the story is Joe Burrow is a system quarterback. That's what I'm hearing.
I heard that today, too, and I spit out my coffee when I heard it this morning. I didn't like that take, and I don't like it coming from you either. Joe Burrow is one of my favorite players in the NFL.
Okay.
You're right. Joe Flacco is scoring a lot of points with those receivers. Their defense is terrible. I don't know what's going on there. It's like they scored late, and they kept giving it up late. The guy in Key West from a few weeks ago was right about Joe Flacco. That's all we can say.
I wish we could contact him and tell him he was right.
We should have got his number. Yeah. A few more rapid fires before this week's picks. Patrick Mahomes. He doesn't care about regular season wins. This game wasn't an issue at all. Bullshit or believe, he actually beats Josh Allen and the Bills in the playoffs again.
I believe it, 100%.
Oh, my God.
I don't think that he cares much about these games. And I think no matter what, he knows he'll make the playoffs some way, somehow. Also, you know what? I do want to say, I wish I knew what teams and players went out for Halloween, because it makes me really mad when I see photos the day after Halloween, or the day on Monday I saw, all the Kings posted all their holiday photos from Halloween. I don't like you going out drinking the night before a game. I need to know this information. This is like you not telling me Lamar Jackson's not playing 24 hours before. This is what I need to know.
This could move gambling lines, knowing if players go out trick-or-treating or not.
Yeah, like I want to know if you're flying to Vegas and you're getting there early, and if you're going to hit the crap stable Friday night and stay out till 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. I want to know, because this is going to affect how you play on Sunday.
The Auburn fired their football coach. This is related to what you're saying. Auburn fired their football coach on Sunday. It turns out on Fridays all season long, he's been going to the golf course, not with golf clubs, but just going to watch people play golf the day before all the games, because he loves golf so much. The day before all the games on Saturdays.
Why?
Because he loves golf, but it's like he wasn't coaching or game planning, and now he got fired.
But is he not allowed to play? He's just like, he has to
not
watch
the Friday before. It's the same type of thing. Do you want your star quarterback playing golf the day before a game? No, you want him game planning, rehearsing, walk through the whole thing.
Go in bed, go in a cryo tank. Yeah, I need you healthy.
My last one, Drake May, 6 straight wins. He's playoff bound. Bullshit or believe, Drake May is going to be a legendary quarterback for the Patriots.
Jeremy, this is the most bullshit I've ever heard in my life.
What?
I told you this 2 weeks ago. This schedule is a cakewalk. Caleb Williams could do the same if he had this cakewalk.
That's what I was going to say. You're acting like Drake May is Caleb Williams, and he is not. He is so much more advanced.
He is not, but I'm just telling you, this schedule is too easy. Did you see how they
Atlanta's decent, no?
Well, he was like looking upset yesterday, and he was like getting a coat. You know, Vrabel's coming over. Like, you're okay, man. You're doing great. I just don't like that this schedule's so easy. Next year, we'll see what happens. I want to see what happens because I don't believe that he is a future star quarterback because of the schedule. I want to see him on a hardest schedule for a year, and then you tell me he's that guy.
Every time you tell me about the schedule, I'll remind you that they beat the Bills.
Yeah. So who else beat the Bills or almost beat the Bills? You guys,
a lot
Miami?
of teams almost beat the Bills, but no one really beats the Bills except Drake May.
All right, one team. You're allowed one team. That's okay. Look, Minnesota, J.J. McCarthy beat Detroit. In Detroit,
I'm worried about if J.J. McCarthy's good. I'm worried about you. I'm worried about you. Because it's all these guys we don't like. They
I know.
can't be good. It's like it hurts to take factory.
It's not that I don't want them to be good. I don't believe that they're good. Like, I know CJ Stroud is good, but it's that regression that they have, and then the offensive line is bad. It's almost like a surprise when you're a rookie. It's like, oh man, you're good. It's like, we didn't expect this, and we have all these things around us, and then they try to put more stuff around you, then it kind of breaks down the second year. I don't think Drake May and Caleb are that good, but I'm glad they're performing well right now. How about that?
I'm just happy for this young generation of quarterbacks in the league. We've had injuries. We've had retirement. The Drake Mays, the JJs, the Calebs are keeping things exciting. We don't have Jaden Daniels the rest of the year, so they're keeping things exciting. I'm glad the young guys are here.
Do you want to talk Survivor? Because I think I need some help this week. I don't know what to play.
Oh, I got one for you. Maybe use this team.
All right.
There's not many good selections this week. At a high level for Survivor, a lot of good teams are playing good teams this week. A lot of bad teams are playing bad teams this week.
Okay, so what stands out to you so far, and I'll let you know if they are available.
Yeah, it's just one team. It's the Broncos on Thursday night against the Raiders.
Cannot do that. We've used them.
Well, that's going to be a problem for you because we just mentioned there's too many tight games and there's not many good ones after that.
Oh, man. What about...
That's the only one I had.
We haven't used Philly against Green Bay. I think Philly's a better team, but it's a dicey one.
It's very dicey.
We used Buffalo, so we can't use them against Miami. Oh, man, this is tough. Do you play the Panthers over the Saints?
That's a good one, actually. I mean, it'll make you a little scared betting on Bryce Young with real money, but that's actually a decent pick. You're not going to pick the Panthers. I mean, they're 5-4, but you're not going to really pick them with confidence again.
Do you do Baltimore over Minnesota?
That's not bad either with Lamar coming back, or he is back.
Well, let me go over my AI's. How about this? I'll top 5 best bets from the AI, most confident, and I will go in order of the most confident to least confident. Buffalo Bills -5.5, 85% confidence. They like it. They think they'll cover. They think the final score will be 30-17, and they are very confident that the Bills win this game.
Why are the Bills Dolphins line only 5.5? What is going on?
Is that a real line? I'm not even.
It feels like it should be 10, right?
Bills,
crazy?
Miami. No, it is 9.5 right now.
Okay,
So I gotta update that. We got
It's a big difference, Mike. I don't know.
Oh, well,
Maybe after
sometimes
they
it's
beat the
pulling
Chiefs.
lines from Sunday night, my opening lines, so it must have
Okay.
moved.
So are you still taking the Bills at -9.5?
I think so, right?
Yeah, why not?
Because
Although, do you beware the dead cat bounce? The dead cat bounce is when they fire the GM and they play a little better, like when you fire a coach and they play a little better.
they should have fired the coach, not the GM. I don't think it's the GM's fault.
Oh, it's a GM's fault.
Is it the GM's
He's
fault?
been there 25 years.
He's been there 25
It's
years?
the longest tenured GM, and he didn't have a playoff win the whole time, but he's the longest tenured. Make it make sense.
Okay, he definitely should have been fired, but the coach also should have been fired. I think what's the backup? Quinn? He might come in,
Quinn
right?
Ewers, yeah.
I think that would be good, like a little excitement, but I don't think it will actually
Not against
affect
the
game.
Bills, though, right?
No.
Maybe next week.
All right, we got the Broncos at home playing the Raiders. They're 80%
that.
confident. Broncos -10.5. They like
Told
it.
ya.
Denver
That's a great
4-0 at home. Defense is elite. They love it.
I think Bo Nix is for real. I'm putting him in the Drake May, Caleb Williams, J.J. McCarthy category.
I would put him above all of them.
Above all.
I would put him above. I don't.
Mike,
I think
we are in the golden age of good young QBs in this league. Thank goodness. This is content for the next 20 years on TSH.
how about this? I don't think Drake May, if we put Drake May against Bo, I think Bo outperforms Drake May over the long run.
No, you want to make a long-term bet?
I would make a long-term bet. Yeah, I just think Drake May
Super
is
Bowl
getting
wins?
Super Bowl wins. Do we do like their whole career?
Yeah.
20 years or 10 years? What do you want to do?
Whole career. It's over when
Whole
they
career.
retire.
Okay.
I got
Most
Drake
wins.
May. You got Bo Nix.
Done.
Done.
And
For a trip to
ticket-
Europe.
Done. All right, we'll see what happens.
We'll go to Italy in 15 years, one way or the other.
Both, I was going to say, like, oh, I thought my division, Bo's division's harder, but, like, at some point, Mahomes will retire. So he won't be there anymore.
Yeah, Bo's with Mahomes and mine's with Josh Allen. They're both bad spots.
that's tough.
Except mine beats Josh Allen.
So you like Denver this week.
That's my
minus
survivor pick if I still had a dog in the fight.
Yeah. It's been, there's only 30 people left in that pool that we were all in together.
Now, that is a lot of folks for week 10, I feel like, still, right?
How many? Wasn't there like over 200 or
200?
something?
210 to 30? I don't know. It feels like a lot. You still have 15% left.
But right now, the pool has been stretched thin, so now everybody has like hard choices to make these next few
Yes.
weeks. And I think
You-
by Thanksgiving, there might be 10 people left.
So
We have
maybe
hard
Panthers
choice.
this week?
Could be Panthers, could be Baltimore.
Baltimore, I like that too. Oh, Minnesota looked good. You just got ruined by McCarthy. You can do that again?
No, I can't do that. Oh, well.
Can't do that.
Yeah,
You
no,
know,
I can't do
you
that.
know,
All right.
Jackson Dart got you.
Yeah. All these rookie quarterbacks.
I know.
Actually, like Dart, too. I think he's kind of fun.
He's good. Put him in the group.
Panthers. The model likes the Panthers, 75% confident. Panthers minus 5.5. I don't know if that's a real line. That is their current line. They like them against the Saints, which makes sense to me. The Panthers look good. They beat Green Bay, which I thought was a Super Bowl team, and it's not.
That was a weird game. Packers
Yeah.
couldn't score. Love was throwing picks. Bryce Young threw for 100 yards and won the game. So it's like, don't go out thinking the Panthers are fixed and good. It's just that they
No.
happen to win a game.
I know. So what do you do here? Do you like what the model is spitting out?
I've been anti-Saints. I've been telling you that all year. I have a bet on the Saints having the number one pick in the overall draft, and so I do think the Panthers could be the survivor pick this week too. Yeah.
I like that. Yeah. I'm reading my stats from the AA model. They say Saints dead last in most categories. They won't even list them, just most categories.
Yeah.
Divisional revenge factor. Did the Saints beat the Panthers this season?
The Saints do have a win. Now that would stop you in your boots if you found
That
out.
would.
That
Hold
would
on a
stop
second.
everything.
I'm gonna.
I mean, every
look up-
team has a win in the league, so the Saints must have beat the Panthers because who else would they have beaten?
I'm looking at the schedule. I'm going back. All right.
This was
so-
last year.
Was it last year?
I mean, the Saints have a win, so
Why is it just hard to find the schedule and where I can see previous games? All right, I'm looking it up.
okay. It looks
We-
like the Saints beat the Giants actually.
Saints beat the Giants.
So they have not beat the Panthers this year. Maybe last year, but that's not a revenge game, right?
No. And then it has Eagles plus 2.5 against the Packers. Which
I don't know how you can really pick that game in Survivor. I'd eliminate that. It's just like a great game on Monday night. It's like you don't want to mess with that.
I don't want to mess with that too much. I don't. But Philly seemed like they loaded up on a whole bunch of defensive players this week. Got all these trades, right? All these trades
Yeah,
came through.
they got one from the Dolphins. Dolphins fire sale's open. Maybe they have a media guy that can join our podcast. Everyone's for sale.
That's great. Should we get the GM on?
He's available.
He's free. He's
He's free.
unemployed.
His calendar's wide open.
He's wide
No
open
trade
now.
deadline for him tomorrow. Any trades you want to see? Maybe the Jalen Waddle get traded somewhere?
I would love to see some players get traded. You know what I'd love? I'd love Tua to get traded. Find a new home.
Well, Tua for Kyler Murray. They both are getting benched.
Would you like that?
I'll do anything to get rid of Tua.
Would like the Kyler Murray Tua swap?
I wouldn't be like happy because they're both little people, but except for that,
Isn't Tua taller than Kyler? Or are they
he
the
might
same
actually
height?
be taller. He's thicker.
Because I was going to say Tua holds himself as a taller man than Kyler does.
But Kyler can scramble. I appreciate Kyler scrambling. Tua has nothing left in his hips. He can't swing his hips anymore.
How about this? Every year Kyler is out for 4 games, 5 games, right? Doesn't it seem like every year Kyler is out?
I wish Tua was out for that many games every year. It'd be great.
I guess, yeah, there's not a lot of teams. I guess you could go to Tua could be like the backup for Burrow next year and Flacco right now.
Yeah, he would play if he's a Burrow's backup.
Yeah,
he's
that's
always out there. You got to put him behind a good offensive line, maybe the best offensive line in the league, and then at that point, just have a cheap Tua back there to sling it. I guess.
That's all. I'll send out the full recap of the picks this week on maybe Wednesday or Thursday. Might refresh it, see if there's anything new. But
Mike, I was 3-1 in picks last week, so I'm going to send you some for the Substack this week. I'll get back on.
You were
my
3-1?
horse.
Okay,
I was
good.
3-1. Yeah.
all right, maybe I'll jump back in today for a quick Cowboys Arizona. It's a tough game.
I like Cowboys at home. I don't think Jacoby. I think they're sending a message to Kyler. They don't really want to start Jacoby, but they have to. And I think Jacoby can't keep up with Dak, even against the Cowboys defense. He can't keep up.
All right, good show. Picks will be out Wednesday. So follow us on Substack, YouTube. Just search Sports Hangover. Good show. See ya.